Right, so I don't know what happened there. I've just been waffling on for like 15 minutes. I didn't realise the stream had stopped after 4 seconds. So I hope this is going to work. I can't see anything going on. It's saying excellent connection, but nothing else. Has YouTube changed? I'm sorry, people, but this is really weird. Right, it's saying it only just started. So, oh my God. I really don't need this aggro right now. I've been up for, well, yeah. Now, what's that, 15? 15 bloody hours. Jesus. I'll stop this. I keep allowing people to wake me up at 4:30 in the bloody morning. So I got woke up at 4:30 and now it's bloody 7 o'clock in the evening. And I have been going non-stop. I've had about probably half hour break altogether. And I am exhausted, mentally exhausted. But I have to get this out because the Malaysians are depending on it. So I'm going to hope now that this will not cut out. I'm going to get rid of that window from that screen because I need to use that lower one for something else. Okay, start again. Oh, bloody hell. And it was so hard for me to figure what to say because I don't do scripts. But anyhow, point being, 4:30 this morning, Malaysians contacted me and they said their client insists that they get MotoGP24 in VR. Well, as we all know, MotoGP24 don't come in VR. But the Malaysians told the client, they were under the impression that I make VR. I don't do bloody thing with VR. And that's nothing to do with my motion systems. I build motion systems. I built them a motion system. That's what they got. And that was the deal. Not VR and, I got to go to Malaysia and program your computer, buy you a VR headset. No. So I'm now in this dilemma because obviously it's my reputation about my system being shown at the MotoGP in Sepang that I got to get them VR working in the Quest 2. Now I got HP Reverb G2 and it works flawlessly VR for MotoGP 24. That's my headset. I ain't going to give them my headset. Wasn't the deal. But I have gone out of my way today. I've spent the whole day where I should be doing other things. And I've never used the Quest 3. I've got a Quest 3. So if I can get it working on the Quest 3, it'll work on the Quest 2. So I've never used my Quest 3 in VR. I bought it because Windows Mixed Reality is dead as soon as Windows 24 H2, if you update, you won't be able to use Windows Mixed Reality. I'm not going to update, and therefore I should be able to use it until 2026, and then it will literally, boom, dead. So if you've got Windows Mixed Reality in 2026, it's dead. You can use it as a paperweight. And I'm pissed off because that's £600 worth of equipment that's only 3 years old, and they're just going to stop it. Why are they going to take that software out? They don't have to take Windows Mixed Reality out of Windows. They're just doing it to piss everyone off and make you spend more money. So I'm seriously angry on that. Anyhow, that's not what this is about. Sorry for my rant on that one, but no, it naffs me off. Plus, like I said, I've been up nearly 15 bloody hours. Jesus. Right, so I need to get MotoGP24, Ride5, and GPBikes. Well, I actually really only need MotoGP24 and GPBikes in VR on a Quest 3. But there's no tutorials out there that tell you how. And I'm talking about virtual desktop and link cable. Because if they're going to the MotoGP, they're going to be where there's bugger all Wi-Fi, and well, it's really, really bad. So, but the Quest doesn't need internet Wi-Fi. It needs a Wi-Fi connection from the computer to the headset. And I'm not sure if the Malaysians are understanding this. They're going to look into it tomorrow. But in the meantime, I've got virtual desktop working, but also with link cable. And the thing is, MotoGP 24 and Ride 5, Milestone has added anti-cheat. And therefore, where you could normally use UEVR, when you start the game and you get your first splash screen, you click on UEVR and it would pull up the game file, the executable, and then you'd inject it. But it doesn't happen anymore with the anti-cheat. But there is a way around it. So that's part of what I'm going to show today as well. And that's not been shown online either. So I'm hoping I can give others what no one else has bothered to give us. I mean, it's great when you show us your gameplay using the Quest 3, but show us how to be able to use it. So, the donut that I am, I've got Quest 3 because of what's going to happen with Windows Mixed Reality. But I have never ever used it in VR. So, it's like, okay, what do I do? I can only figure a certain amount out of how the Quest functions. I've put it on my head, turned it on. I've installed different software for different ways to communicate, but I haven't used it for VR, and that's the point. And therefore, you have to consider where do you start? And of course, a lot of it is to do with your run times, the communication speeds, what quality, blah, blah, blah. I'm not going to get so much into quality. It's all about getting it to work in VR. Everyone's got a different headset. So you might have a Quest 2, a Quest 3. You might have, I don't know, whatever. This is just for the Quest, like 2 and 3, to connect and get into VR. The rest is going to be up to you guys. I don't have time. So, I will get into it one day, but I don't have time right now. Right, so where am I going to start? So, to the, I got to think, to the left of where I am is my main screen, which is that way. And then down there is my secondary screen. Now, I'm going to use two screens because most people have one screen and you're going to have to do the switch in between. But me, I just cannot be bothered right now. So you'll have to figure this out yourselves. But we need several programs. But first of all, what we're going to have to do is basically, I'm going to get rid of myself. I'm going to make the main screen bigger so that you can see Steam. So I'm going to open Steam now, but then what I'm going to do is I'm going to close it right down before we do the VR part. But one thing you need to know now, and this is where I've got to make sure I've got other programs up. Right. So, let's get my Steam up. So for MotoGP24 and Ride5, and in the future if they bring out other games that have an anti-cheat, or maybe you've got some other game. I'm only doing motorcycle stuff. But with these games having the anti-cheat, when it's just a bitch. So go to my properties, and what you can see here, all I've done in properties at launch option, I've put dash VR mode dash open VR. Now that's only for the VR. So actually I've done this the wrong way round. So let me close that. Right, so right click, manage, where's the one where it opens program files? Is that in properties too? Installed files. Where do you open it? Browse. I've forgotten where you actually, I should have done this before. I know exactly where it is on my computer. Oh, browse local files. Right. So if you go properties, right, you right click, you want to go to easy cheat. And then easy cheat, you'll find a file called settings.json. So JSON. Now you can open it with Notepad. So if on your computer it's not showing what you can open it on, you can open it with Notepad. Mine does it automatically, and here it is. Now, normally, if you look, you've got the first line, tells you what game you've got open. Second line tells you what the actual game file name is, the executable. Then the most important is underneath that one, this third line, okay, in between the speech marks, you've got a number. It starts with 2135, ends in 1235. Well, that's the number I've added, okay? Now, I can't remember where I found that online, but there was one guy that posted a video that did it, but it's so hard to find. That's why I'm making this again. So, that's what you need to do. It can kind of be any number, apparently, but that's what you need to do there. So, even if I go to Ride5, I copied the same as that. Now, I haven't posted it in the bottom yet, and I do have files. I will add them to my database, but you have to alter this number here, the product ID. That thing there, that's what I did. And so, I mean, you could freeze the page and you could write that down and then go to yours, type that number in, then simply click save, and that will allow you to get around the anti-cheat for VR. And it's not I don't know about cheating because I don't cheat. I just ride. But anyhow, that's for MotoGP. Now, if I close MotoGP, I go to Ride5, click on that, manage, browse local files, easy cheat, JSON, you're going to see I've got exactly the same bloody number in it. And that, so that, I know that number works, but you can see also this is actually Ride5. It's the first two lines totally different. So, you know, I'm not divvying you off or anything. So that is the way you get around UEVR not recognizing the program. Then, going back to where I started, it seems that every game, if you want it to work on the Quest, you need to basically right click properties, and then here you've got dash VR mode open VR, but there's a space between, so it's dash VR mode space open VR. Okay, I tend to turn my disable the overlay in game when you're in and this is important actually in MotoGP24. You cannot use DLSS. It will not allow you to have proper VR. It screws it right up. So you don't want all your settings high, and you want to have your settings on medium. The VR takes over from those settings. I'm still playing, but just as a forethought, make sure in MotoGP24 you do not use DLSS. Turn it off, because it won't bloody work. And that's literally the only thing that stopped it for me once I figured it out. And now my bloody screens are running away. Oh, I can't get hold of the corner. Right, there I got it. I got it now. Right, so I'm going to put that one back like that, because I was able to get it bigger. Mind you, I'm going to have to make it bigger so you can see virtual desktop when we do that. But for now, I don't know, I'm just trying to figure this all out. I literally just figured how to do the bloody VR today, and now I'm making a video without a script. It's kind of hard. I've got to make sure I don't cock up, which I guarantee I will. Anyhow, so, right, we've got that far. Now, what I'm going to do, obviously I can't reboot the computer, but I am going to boot Steam, so it's gone. Now, there's many thoughts on how you should, what order you start programs. And I found today in testing, I prefer to open the PC side of communication to the Quest, and then open Steam, and then start the headset. Okay, there's, especially with UEVR, UEVR has to be the last program you start before you press play in Steam. So there is an order, and you have to think about it. Like I said, I'm lucky I got a couple of screens, but if I only had one screen, you've got to like press Alt Tab to switch to UEVR once the splash screen has started for the game. And I'm not sure how that affects it, but yeah. Okay, so now I've explained about those two games, about getting past anti-cheat, Steam games, so motorcycle games from Milestone, they need that dash VR mode space open VR. Now we need to go into, I'm going to start with virtual desktop, because this was the one where I found the biggest problem, because you have to use a certain runtime. Any other runtime and it's buggered, it won't work. So I'm going to start my virtual desktop, and I will, in fact, right, let's see if I can grab it. Right, I'm going to lock the little screen, which is the little one. I think that's 2. Yeah, I've locked the little ones. So now it won't. Yeah, right. So that's the biggest I can get it. So now, basically, the preferred codec is going to be, it depends on your computer. But in reality, you see, I've got a 4090, but I'm clicking on the bloody video window and not my actual screen. I'm a donut, I keep doing that. So if you click on preferred codec, I'm using 264 plus. I can use the AV1 10-bit, which you need to have a 40 series card for, but that's more for slow games. And so 264 is the best, even if you've got 4090. So that's what I'm using. If you've got a lesser card, then you can go H264 or automatic. That you'll have to know. I only know what I can use. This is the big one, OpenXR runtime. It took me so long to figure this one out, because where it says automatic, I thought it switched between Steam VR and VDX, and therefore that would just do it automatically, but it doesn't. You have to click VDXR to force it. So for these milestone games, you got to have that VDXR, has to be. Now emulation, your audio, obviously what you want. Now I recommend, especially using H264, turn off automatically adjust bit rate, because that'll lower your bit rate, because the computer will decide for you. You'll be allowed in the headset in VR, so in your actual headset settings, when you go to settings in the headset, it will allow you to be able to change the bit rate to what your Wi-Fi is doing, how your system's working. But when you let the computer decide, it can bollocks you up. So turn that off, adjust it yourselves, experiment. It's the best way to do. Never be impatient. Give it time, learn, and you'll get a better experience. Right, so that's basically, those are the only settings you need. The rest of it is just bollocks. But those are all you need. Obviously, you want to set your account up, blah, 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 but that's not for me to tell you. So that's my on PC settings. So I'm just going to leave that up. So once I got that up, what I do is I'll start Steam. Can anyone tell me how, you see this thing where it says For Honor, how can you make it so that never bloody comes up? That's so annoying. Right, so now we're going to go to our MotoGP24. Get that ready sitting there. Now, I'm not on my bike. I've got a bloody Xbox gamepad plugged in. Sacrilege in my house. Well, anyhow, it's so I can sit on the bloody couch and get this done. So now I have to basically start the headset. So because we don't need that anymore, I'll close that down a bit so I'm not being rude. And so you can see I'm actually in a headset. got to make sure I'm not cheating here, you see. All right. So, and yeah, this is not something, I'm like 10 foot away from my monitors. Even though they're 50-inch, I'm still 10 foot away. And when you do the pass-through, you really can't read it. If you walk up, it's clear. But from here, you can't do a thing. So now I can't use the pass-through to cheat. Right, so now, right, I've got my link cable in to charge. So I've got one of those 4-hour battery packs. So I'll take my link cable out, because I'll also explain about best way to connect your link cables if you've got a powered one. Right, so now I'm going to be rude and stick this on, but I do have an extra battery pack that I can plug in that will keep my headset charging. Right, so where are we? I don't know what that click was. Oh, that was because my bloody... That's one thing with this head strap. The thing keeps fucking coming out. It's one of those aftermarket ones. And I thought using cable ties would stop it from coming off if you pick it up by the grip. It didn't work. Okay, donut. Right. It's been working all day, and then suddenly on live cam he decides, oh no, I'm going to make you look like a tit. So there's me looking like a tit. Get in the bloody hole. Right. So now I can only pick it up from the front. Right. Okay. Turn it on. I got to admit though, I do find the pass-through on this quite amazing. I mean, it's not the clearest of things, but come on, kick in. Right, okay. So I can actually read what I've got. Now, remember, I need to find the bloody controllers. I hate bloody controllers. Yes, I know the left controller's not connected. I'm not bloody using it. Right. I'm all fogged up as well. So I need me rag. Right, so what I'm going to do now is open virtual desktop in the headset. Now normally a lot of people who know how to use the Quest, they'd be able to take like a screenshot of the settings for virtual desktop. I am not quite sure on how to do that yet. So I will do it eventually, but I will explain the ones that I'm using so you can understand. Right, we're in. Where's me Dewberry? Alright. Okay, what we got to do now? Yeah. Just desktop, confirm. Meta works better with enhanced spatial services. I don't give a shit about spatial services. Right, I need my settings. So streaming is the important one. Now I've got mine at godlike because I've got 4090 and at 90 FPS. But because I put that VR, I put on the PC side of settings, I put the codec to that H.264 Plus, and then I unclicked the automatic bit rate, I can now get a VR bit rate of 500 megabits per second, which is pretty damn good. Now, I'm being told I can get 120 FPS, but I'm going to leave it at 90. I've got my sharpening down to 50%. Synchronous space warp disabled. Snapdragon enabled. Video buffering enabled. Track controllers enabled. And that's it. When I go to my show performance, I'm getting 5 gigabytes. So I'm quite a happy chappy, and I definitely don't have to use potato for the settings. So I can, in fact, I don't want to quit it. Oh yeah, you've got to click below. I don't even know fully how to use the bloody thing yet. Right, and I am steaming up again. Right, so now, basically, what you're seeing on my main screen is what I'm seeing in the VR. Okay, it's not moving around for you, but that's all I'm seeing. Now I'm at this point, and I've got MotoGP up, and the green play button is there. I'm going to open UEVR. I can use virtual desktop to do it because I've got both my desktops. So I will actually do it just to make you guys happy. But I use my other screen, and I am fogging because I got me eating up a bit too much. It was bloody cold earlier, and I'm hot now. Oh, right. So let's see if we can use our virtual desktop. So if you look at the lower screen, I'm going to go over to it. I'll try and look. I've got, oh yeah, it is working. Right, so start my UEVR. Now I need to see where it's showing. Ooh. Now this bit I have to do on the TV because I have not got this screen open on the, so I need to, oh, I locked that screen. 1 second. Unlock the screen. No, I don't want to move the screen. Oh, of course, I'm trying to change it again on the video recording and not the actual screen. Duh! Right. Right. So, where are we? I got to remember, I can't use my mouse if the controller is in front of the system. But if I'm in the headset, I can control the mouse so that you can see it. So if you look on the lower right, you see where there's the 3 blue stripes on UEVR underneath where I am in the video. That's down there. I've got to, basically, I'm going to need to press play, and then underneath that first blue bar, so you see the mouse moving along the blue bar, the red cursor going around, that blue bar, underneath there, when I start the game, and the first splash screen, so when the game goes full screen for the first time, you click on that black area there, that's above this bar that says inject. Once I've clicked on that, it should bring up the game executable, and then I've got to click OK, then I click no, and then I click inject. You'll see the process. Let's see if I can, I'm going to try this another way. I'm going to shut down, or not shut down, Right, I've got this above. So now you can see, but you'll see the other screen get bigger. I'm having to play around here. But when I start, so when I press the green play, here, if I click on there, this area here, then the executable name will come up. I click OK, then there'll be another question. I click no, and then I click inject. I'll show you it, but I'm explaining it. So, yeah, I know it's long-winded. I'm trying to bloody help you. Right, so, this is getting bad. My forehead is sweating like a pig. And it's steaming me. Oh, of course, if you clear that off first. Duh. Right. Might be because my heart's telling me, you've done too much today, Alan. Right, not foggy. So, here we go. Right. Oh, bloody hell, what the fuck did I just dragged my screen and turned it a whole 180 bloody degrees. Right, okay. I'm going to click play. Right, so this bar here, I'm going to wait until the game starts up. I'm going to click here, click OK, no, click inject. Bit off centre. That's alright, it's because I had my head to the bloody side. Right, it'll take a while to kick in to actual VR. Right now it's kind of just big screen VR. I'm hoping I've got it right. Because I buggered around. Right, it doesn't seem right. No, headset not detected, dismiss. Okay, cock up here somewhere. Okay, something went wrong. It's been going good all bloody day and now it goes wrong. And I don't know why. Exit, yes. Stop. Confirm. Why did that cock up? Right. Last time I used it, I had the link cable in. Right, VR on, right? I've got virtual desktop on. Right, now this is part of bloody learning, isn't it? Right, so I'm going to clear that down so we can figure this out. Right, I'll leave that there because you need to see those settings anyhow. You're going to want to run it open VR. In my playing around, and maybe because I'm recording, I've done something. Have I been a donut? Right, let me check the properties. Launch is still correct. That's all correct. No, I close Steam. Let's close Steam again. Close Steam because it's a Steam error. There's always bloody Steam errors that happen. I didn't change anything there. What is going on? I need to do this quickly. Maybe during my explanations I turn something on or off. Right, so I've got it in there. Ah, it's because when I put it up on my head, it gets misty. Because the top of my head's hot. Plus, I've got a lot of hair, so... Right, so... We're going to... Where are you? Bloody controller. Bear with me, people. Screw the left controller. VDXR, blah, 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 blah. Computer only. Yes, that bloody works. So what's the commotion about? Right. I don't let you left click here. You've got to use the mouse. So I've got to put that behind and use the mouse to right click and say exit. And we quit VR. Gonna reboot the headset. Right, what have I done wrong there? Cable is disconnected. I'm sorry, people. I bloody knew it. Always when you're streaming live. Yeah, no wonder people actually make videos where they cut them out. Yeah, but you can always fast forward, can't you? Where are we at? So, okay, out of theory, it's saying it didn't recognise my headset. But if I hook it up with the cable and see if it peeps, fucking, this bloody strap is now starting to fuck me off. It wasn't a cheap one either, but it's just the way they've got the back attached, which I am on the verge of super bloody gluing, so I can't pick it up near the strap. Right, I want to disconnect this. Now, with the link cable, my particular version, it's a really good one. It wasn't that expensive. I think it was like 50 quid, 30, 40, 50 quid, something like that. But you use the original Quest 3 charger, but the way you have to connect it is, first of all, you connect the charger, so you plug it into the wall socket, then you plug it into the cable, then you plug the cable into your Quest 3, and even if it's not connected to the computer, it will continue to charge your Quest 3, so you can use it as a charging cable too, because it's going to your charger. Now that that's done, I'm going to connect it at the PC. So just stick in a USB 3 port. We've got to figure out why the headset was not recognised. And that was one problem I had earlier today. Now I don't know why. But, right, so now we've got the cable. So now I've got to use, right, make sure virtual desktop's off, Steam's off. I'll start MetaQuest Link. Go to devices. Right. So that is totally bloody unimportant. So we get rid of it. Right, so that's the MetaQuest link. Now I have to go into my headset, and in the headset I've got to go to quick settings, link, and make sure air link's off. Ooh, USB update mode. What the hell? Okay, I'm a bit worried here. It's saying USB update mode on my headset. I might bugger something. And I can't see how the hell I'm supposed to even change it in the headset. Alright, I plugged it back in. Oh, I shouldn't have I don't think I should have undone that. Well, that is really weird. I'm not kidding you. That was like a DOS screen where you got to use the keyboard to go down, but now it's turning on. So that was frighteningly weird. Help. Right, I've got to get rid of these screens first. So I go to quick settings, link, make sure use air link is clicked off, and click launch. Confirm the space. Let's see if we can actually. Right, I'm in bloody VR now. Oh, what was it I had to do? Desktop 1. Right, so I'm on the desktop, so I'm going to start Steam. Now, as you can see, I've still got my UEVR open, so I'm hoping I'll be able to use it. I don't know why. You see, that recognised my computer. If I go to MetaQuest link, you see I'm active, so it knows that I'm on the Quest 3 in touch. So MotoGP24. Right, now I've got to play, and then on the other screen, as soon as the splash comes, so it's gone into Steam VR. It takes a while, it'll go through a load of stuff, but you see it's now been recognised. So I should now be coming into VR. And we're in VR. So now using the mouse, you have to click on the screen, and then using the mouse, you can, on the very first page, it allows you to do set standing height, set standing origin, recenter view. So I'm going to recenter my view. Well, it's actually perfect, but maybe there. A little bit more there. That's better. Right, so in Unreal is you can choose between native stereo and synchronized sequential. For MotoGP24 you want to use native stereo, but in Ride5 you'd use synchronized sequential. It's just how the lighting and everything is on the game and how they're doing it from each eye. But now all we do is basically, we didn't have to do anything in here, we just needed to turn it off. Now, because I'm not on my system, normally now I press the A, which is one of the buttons on my handlebars, but now I'm just going to do this. Now, you won't see anything happening VR like until I get into here. Now you can see I can move my head around. Well, for me, the room is a lot bigger, believe me. It's, I don't know, does it show over there? But you see, I can look behind the room. Try doing that on the flat screen, right? So anyhow, it's, I'll go to my old race. No, do that. I've got the NEC bike show coming up, so I've got to do
good morning to all you MotoGP fans.
A session. I tell you what, with the cable, the one thing I will say, the quality is absolutely unfucking believable. Oh my God. This is literally, there is not a pixel out of place on that fairing, and that it's just so crystal clear. When you ride, it's a bit different. If you look to the back, it's kind of, I think the anti-aliasing is down way too much for the distance, and I think I've got the draw distance down. But you have to be careful with your settings in VR. But what's right in front of me is absolutely bloody amazing. Why do they make you press freaking A 1,000 freaking times? I can't use the gamepad. Right, I'm just like, oh wow, the clarity of that Kevlar and being able to read a sealed container, removing clear filling cap before, clear filler cap before removing. It's written in a bloody circle, so it's hard to read. With the link cable, it's like, and it's so bloody smooth. With the gamepad, it's a lot jerkier. When you're on my system using the handlebars, because your motion is a lot smoother. I haven't set up for a gamepad, and I hate gamepads. But it's like, I can see the anti-aliasing there is down. So I'm going to have to turn that anti-aliasing up. Oh yeah. But I had that down for VR, but I can turn it up. I only did this to make sure I could get in and it didn't crash. But now I can start turning settings up. Right, so we got it in like that. What we now need to do is do the same with Ride5 to make sure on the cable we're good. Just so I can show you. So, since Steam VR, I think it has issues. So I think I need to do this. I need to unblock all, close. I can close that, dismiss it. But you need to actually go to the game and click stop. It has problems actually stopping. And it should restart Steam with luck. Then what we're going to do is look and see if immediately after that we don't have to restart Steam, but now you'll be able to see what's going to happen is I'm going to have to go to UEVR and choose, when I press play now, I've got to go to UEVR, wait where it says MotoGP24 at the top. Once the first splash screen comes, it now says Ride5. I click OK, no, then I click inject, and let's see what happens. Remember, this is with the cable. I don't know what happened with headset not being recognised. That could be my PC. I've just rebuilt it because I've had 12900 KS for fucking ages, but never bothered putting it in. And my temps on my i7 was starting to get hot. So I thought, right, what I need to do now, right, I don't know if this is actually in VR actually. Did it go into VR? You see, this is the one where, you bastard, I didn't get a chance to alter you. Are you actually in VR? As you know, it's buggered off from the headset. Okay, learning more. Well, this is all a learning process for us everyone, isn't it? The hell? So I'm not got it in the headset. And I don't know why. It seems that has that turned on? Especially in VR. So I'm going to do a reboot of Steam. I swapped between MotoGP and Ride5 earlier. I mean, the Malaysians are going to be happy. They just want MotoGP24. End of. Boom. But what we need to do, I did it like 5-6 times in a row and didn't have a problem. But I wasn't bloody recording, which is always typical. So I'm going to also turn UEVR off, get that out of the way. Meta is active. Could Meta cause a problem? Is it always better to start a program fresh? Yeah, it is. So let's turn Meta off. Oh yeah, because I'm still connected. Cancel. Yeah, I'm still in Meta. Okay, so that's still working. So I'm trying to figure, was it just Steam? Steam is always in VR the biggest culprit you'll ever get. I need to put a piece of tape over that little window. I'll just hold my thumb there. Right, so close your bastard. Ride 5. open UEVR. It's on OpenVR. It was on sequential, so yeah, it should start. I'm going to click yes, close this folder, and now inject. So I'm going to try yes on that one, just out of trying it. Right, it's saying headset's connected for VR, so now it looks a bit better, like it's going to come in, but I'm not sure. Yeah, it looks closer than it was before. Now I've got to take that damn thing over. Now you see, it didn't let me click on the window to get in, and then it blanks me out. So for some reason, unlike before, it's knocking me out of the headset. I see it to start with. Sorry people, but I'm going to keep at it. That way, if I find a solution, you'll know. Right, so properties, VR mode, open VR. So what's gone wrong? So, okay, that's not working. So is MotoGP now stopped working? Because that will say, possibly, I need to do a computer reset. So I'm just going to throw it straight on. Ooh, I forgot to quit at. It's saying that Ride5's still working. Oh no. What have I done? And I lost my controller. Quit out. Now I've lost whatever I've lost it. I've bloody gone and lost it again. Right, what the hell's going on? Right, I totally fucked up there. I didn't realise that MotoGP Ride5 was still actually going on in the background. Got to find a solution. What is going on? I had MotoGP24 working perfectly. Link cable's still connected, isn't it? Yeah. What is going on? I had it working perfect today. Oh no. Right, I need a bloody cigarette, sod that. Right. So I exit Steam again. Stop MetaQuest. Say close. That will shut my helmet down. Ah, I did have that error at the very start when I connected the cable. I wonder if that's why. Right, that's saying disconnected. So now, start Meta. Devices. Start Steam. That's the one thing I didn't do. I didn't start Steam before I started the headset. I wonder if that matters. Right, so start Meta, then start Steam. Now I'll start my headset. God, it's hot in here. I have got to block that bloody hole off. Right, I'm in. Right, you got to bloody hurry this. Everyone's waiting, they're like, what the hell are you doing, you donut? Right, so now I've got to go quick settings, link, launch, confirm. Get in, desktop 1. What? Your device setup is still in progress. What the? Oh, it's got a fucking update. Are you? What the hell is going on? It's thrown me into setup. Okay, so obviously what the hell? Why did that suddenly happen? I'll put it down, save and restart. So was it having a bloody update while I was trying to do this? Oh, seriously? Dang it. Right, now what? Don't pull on that, no. I'm sorry, people. I'm not going to bloody worry about it, though. Gives me a notification saying open quick settings. They're already open, you donut. Launch. So you're going to launch and still want to update or what? Want desktop 1. Right. Why can't I have them all open? Right. Can I switch between 1, 2? I need to turn on UEVR. Then I'll go back to 1. No, I'm going to do it so you can see it. Right, so. Why you keep sending me, oh, fuck, I know the left controller's not connected. I don't want it connected. Naff off. Right. Come on, start. Says it's running, but it ain't bloody running. Do it that way. I'm going to click yes and do it that way, and then inject it and see if that's better. Right, that's saying it's throwing me into VR. Now we get the waiting bit. And I'm in VR. I've got to get my mouse to the screen. So I can click the main screen now and you can see it. Now I'll go into VR when I get my gamepad, press A. I'm just going to go straight out and then see if we can start Ride5. But I think what it is, if you want to start, so if you start one game in VR using UEVR, you have to restart it in a certain way. So now I'm stuck in Steam VR, and Steam VR is still open. But Steam VR has got to close for UEVR to be able to work. So I suppose I'm going to, it's not actually letting me, oh no it is. So I'm stopping Steam VR, see if it puts me back. Okay. See, this is what we've got to figure out. It's not just about using one game, it's about using multiple games. So now I'm going to go and close my UEVR, restart the UEVR, now press play on Ride5. Come on, baby. You did it earlier. Why aren't you? Oh, is the headset bloody tracking on or something? Come on, sweetheart. There's something going on with headset tracking. Right, now what I'm going to do, that hasn't come on correctly. Oh, now it is. But instead of trying to use my mouse, I'm going to click. So both thumbsticks, I'm going to press them down and that should close that window. And that should keep me in VR in Ride5. And the headset should not go black. And we're in Ride5. Okay, it was a mouse problem. But as you can see, we're in Ride5. So let's go to the track. We're going to try and figure out how to do it that you can go in and out of games without full reset or anything. Oh yeah, of course. Press A 1,000,000 times. I need to recenter the screen. So you do this. Now this is where I need to use my mouse. What I'm going to hope is I can come over. See, thing is, before when I clicked on the bloody screen, it's turned it off again. When I click with the mouse on the screen to adjust the settings, it makes the headset go black. I didn't have that before. I'm just going to do recenter. No, it kills the headset. So I had it in VR, and then when I tried to adjust the settings here in this little middle window, it killed it. It just made the headset go black. So I'm going to press both my thumbsticks. No, it killed it. I got in, as long as I didn't use the mouse, I got in. That is really weird. And it kept that menu open. That is really weird. Okay, so I stopped Steam VR. Let's see if it's a Ride5 issue though. So I'm going to restart UEVR fresh. I'm going to make sure that nothing else has come on. No, it hasn't. Right. So, play on that. See if it's just Ride5 that's got the problem. I don't think I altered any. Once again, I think we're going straight into VR, and if I use the mouse to go onto that screen, it won't turn it off. See, I clicked on the screen, I can go on. And I'm in VR. So it's a Ride5 problem that suddenly came up that I did not realise. So I'm very sorry, people. Right. Just to make sure, so you know that I'm not exaggerating. Oh, there's the exit. There ain't no smoking signs, are there? Oh, that's alright. I can smoke in here. I can't see a no smoking sign. Shit decorations, though. Right.
Good morning to all you MotoGP fans from the Sapan. The cameras take us to the starting grid, where riders and engineers are discussing those fights.
I still can't get over how beautiful this is in VR. I mean, the clarity is bloody amazing. It's as good as on the flat screen. It's that higher quality, and I'm talking 4K, so. Can't change direction with a D-pad, you donut, Alan. Did I look behind me? Oh, bloody hell. All the way back there. Yeah, but that hurts me neck. That shows you that I'm really like in VR. Oh, look. Oh, I can see the tailpiece. That definitely looks like a dinosaur's arse. Oh no, someone stole my arms. That's the one thing in games, Piboso's got it too, but now I've seen it in milestone games, I understand why, because it saves on them having to 3D model the whole rider's body, because that would just be so enormous on the graphics. But now with the 4090, maybe they'll do it. I can actually get some arms. Just the top of the arms, that's all I want. I don't care about the rest of the body, just the top of the arms. Mind you, maybe some kneecaps would be good. Right, so, okay. MotoGP is working fine. Now we need to go and see if we can figure this out. I'm not going to worry about GPBikes because you can do that easy with VR. But for now, what I need to concentrate is on this, and if I can get it into virtual desktop. Right, this is where you have to actually stop. So you've got to go. There's the little window here. You see it flashing? Right, so there, it says controller not detected. We're not worried about that. I'm clicking on it and I want to click the little X. Right, there's a little, I can get to it now. Right, so I'm exiting VR. Oh, I could have done that on the Steam window, couldn't I? Yeah, I could have done it up here. And that, where it says enter or exit once you've opened it. Right, so now what you want to do is make sure I close everything out. So now we're going to disconnect the cable. So I need to... It's saying waiting for Ride5 to shut down. What the hell? Was Ride5 still going? So Ride5's got a problem. I think I'm going to have to reinstall Ride5. That happens quite often with bloody Steam. I do hate freaking Steam. It's a pain in the arse. Right, so we disconnect. So disable Quest link. Right, now if this off. Turn the headset off. Now I've got to remember the order. You disconnect in the reverse order. So I've got to disconnect from the computer first, then I disconnect it from the headset. Although you can, in reality, leave it plugged into the headset because you're still then getting power from the charger while it's plugged in. Now you're going to have to excuse me for a second, please. Thank you, people. Sorry for that. I'm only human. So now what we need to do is get virtual desktop running, figure out why it didn't recognise the headset before. I've got a feeling because I had a problem, wouldn't recognise it, then I plugged it in with the cable and then I ran virtual desktop and then it worked. With the cable in, but the cable not connected to the computer. Or no, it was connected to the computer, so the computer recognised the headset So there's something going on with the transmission between the headset and my computer not recognising it, which you might not get. So we need virtual desktop working with communication again. It was working before, so let's disconnect it. So free headset, no cables. Oh shit, you see the bloody top fell off, so I can turn it upside down and everything. Bastard. This strap, I'm seriously, I'm gonna weld it together. I mean, the only reason it came not connected and super glued was for packing. Well, now I don't have to worry about removing it. I can't give a shit about reselling it. I'm just gonna super glue the shit out of it. See how it likes that. Right, I'm back. I am back. Oh, no, I didn't want to do that, did I? No, I didn't want to turn the headset on first. What are you doing, you donut? This is what happens when you've been up. Shit, what are we on? 12. $15 hours now. So 15 hours straight. I had about a half-hour break. Oh man. Right, I'm not giving up. I'm not giving up. Right, so I can see my MetaQuest is still open, so I need to turn that off. I'm going to start Task Manager. Make sure I've got no other VR or anything else open. I know OBS has got to be open, Firefox and blah blah blah. Yeah, fuck it, that'll do. Right, and my real temp, my little white window, that's for my temperatures, because I just put new thermal paste on the i9, so I like to know I'm running cold. Cold as ice. Da, da, da. Right. So everything's off. Start virtual reality, virtual desktop. I've got VDXR, automatic, computer, blah blah blah, accounts, double dragon CC, blah blah blah. That's good. Right. Close it down, but I'll leave it open. Now we start Steam. It's going to give me that stupid fucking window. Oh, it didn't come. Yay. Right, MotoGP24. Okay. Now I've got to start the headset. Even though this is wireless, I still prefer my G2. I mean, this is clearer. I've got to give it for the quality. Absolutely astounding. Right. Okay. There's me ooging me dumb flip. Right, centre that up. UNF off. Then we hit virtual desktop. Confirm. Well, my virtual desktop can see my, it's got to fucking recognise the headset because I'm seeing my desktop. So I don't understand why it's saying it can't see a headset. So that's got to be Steam. So I wonder if I open Steam, if it'll just let me go. So if I go, so I have to go down here, right click and go Steam VR and see if, starting it like that just to get the system recognised. Right, it's gone into Steam VR. Okay. But I've got to come out of Steam VR because UEVR has to start before Steam VR because it has to inject into Steam. So Steam has recognised the headset. So maybe you start Steam, start the headset, start Steam VR just to get it recognised. I'm now closing Steam VR, letting it go back, pick the MotoGP again, open my UEVR. Now I'm going to press play. Waiting. It's taking its time. Okay, yes, turn this off, click inject. Ooh, I think it's in. Well, Steam VR says it can see my bloody controller. I wish I could record, I wish you could see what I'm streaming live from the headset as well. I haven't learnt that yet. Right, I'm in VR. So I've got to get my mouse over somehow. So you can see I can click that off. Okay, so virtual desktop's up, as it should be, but I think the trick was to open Steam and then go into Steam VR first, so it recognises the headset, then try to start the game. Well, then you've got to actually open UEVR. We're getting the order. And it's all about finding the right order to do programs.
MotoGP. Let's move straight to the starting grid. There's very little time until the start of the race. You can literally...
You see, I notice a slight stutter in desktop, so virtual desktop, compared to link cable. Oh, the link cable is 10 times better. Clarity is... basically on par, but it is stuttery. Mind you, I have got settings very high. I've got them on godlike, so ooh. Right, I need to move me rider over. No, what you do is you hold the right trigger and that opens this menu in the middle. Then your right thumbstick will move you left and right, forward and backwards, and then the right stick will move your camera up and down. And then you click both thumbsticks at the same time. On my system, so when you're on my computer system, my handlebars, you pull the clutch in and press the rear brake at the same time and it'll bring up the same menu. This is definitely, oh, I can feel, I mean, it's good. And this is what all I've had. Today was the first day I used the link cable. So, wow. But this is still bloody good. Oh, no, don't look over there. No, with the link cable, I would say the increase is just phenomenal. This is still absolutely stunning. But it's just, because it is using UEVR, and I've had the full settings. I haven't tried doing the settings properly in the UEVR yet, but I'm sure I can find how to make it better with virtual desktop. But so far the best has been the MetaQuest link and the cable. And seriously, you're sitting on the bike, you're not running around, use the bloody cable. Oh, I love it. I just love, I mean, GPBikes has native VR, so it's different. But then it's on the OpenGL motor engine, and it doesn't have the quality of graphics. I mean, the models are really high quality, but right, so what am I going to do on this? We need to close down Steam, that's it. So we close Steam down, or not close Steam down, but turn off the window for the Steam VR. You could also have done that up there, couldn't I? Right, now we're going to go back and see if we can do freaking Ride5. So close UEVR, start UEVR again. UEVR does kind of automatically remember settings for a game, so I don't know if I kind of donutted something, but we're gonna check the headset. Right. Oh, that's well off center. When it went out of Steam VR, it went well off center. So where's recenter the headset? Oh, I can just do that, can't I? I'm still learning the Quest, man. Jeepers. I just got here, man. Right, so now, press play. I love Ride5. Ride3 still has the best bloody tracks, though. I love the Snake. I managed to do one in VR, and then I can't get my Ride3 to work anymore. So I'm like, what the hell? Right, I clicked on the window, but I think I did something wrong. It hasn't gone into VR. No, I didn't inject it. Oh, bollocks. Come on. Come on, get in there. I'm scared to click on the window. So, as long as the settings are working, I'm going to press my buttons and not use the mouse. I mean, see, I'm in. Right, I'm in. Right. So I am not touching my mouse, I'm not touching settings, and I'm only using the bloody controller right now. And if I was on my bike rig, my handlebars, I can do exactly the same. I programmed it so it'll be good. Yeah, this is the problem. I'm not centered, so that causes a bit of a problem. I need to center it. Bollocks! But I might be able to do it one way. I'll hold these. So if I hold these, pull the right trigger, I can move myself over. Press my buttons. I love it. Whoa. Ow. Right. Now I need to be able to get this on the bloody cable. Why is it on the cable only? Or was it because I hit the... Right, I need to get to a part where I can take the headset off so I can see if it's working on the... Oh, it is. Okay, it's working on the screen so you can see it. So I got part of it covered up. See, this is why I've got Test Drive Unlimited too. I want to try and get that in VR, but I don't know how I'm going to be able to do it. I might be able to do it in Vortex, I'm not sure. And it's like TTI Le Mans, I have to do that in Vortex because it's not on the Unreal Engine. God, when you look up at the hills. You see, like this, I definitely need to do the settings. Now, if I was in link cable, I reckon this would be butter fucking smooth. Okay, so we got both of them going in virtual desktop, but Ride5's got a problem with the mouse. Not sure what that is, but okay, we're getting somewhere. So bit by bit, like I said, I'm doing this so everyone can learn. I've got to learn myself. I haven't done it until today. It's my first day in VR on the headset. So, and I'm trying to do shit that not everyone does. Right, now we need to turn. So now what we're going to do is go back to the link cable. So we turn that off. And then we got to turn the headset off, didn't we? Don't be a donut, Alan. Right, what have we got to do? Right. Controller here somewhere. Ah, fuck. I hate these things. Stop telling me about my left controller. I don't give a rat's bum about my left controller. I'm not playing a game like a kiddie. Turn off. Thank you. Right. Don't pull it by the strap. Right. Now. Jesus. Can't believe it's taken so long to try and get it sorted. I had it going really good, but now that I'm recording, I'm wondering if that affects it in any way. Oh well. main thing is I can put in the link, I can say skip to forget the first hour. Well, no, you need the first bit because the first bit's got the info about how to get VR to work. So the first bit's important, but there's a big bit in the middle that you can like throw away. Right. So now what we need to do is close bloody Steam, close that. But you've got to go in here and make sure you exit Steam and then exit virtual desktop. Look, it's, oh yeah, Ride5 doesn't seem to like shutting down. So I think, in fact, I need to reinstall Ride5 because I've got an actual program error with Ride5. So I'm going to have to sort that out. But that wasn't happening before. But that is Steam for you. It's I hate the program, to be quite honest. I used to love it. It's GPBikes before it was on Steam. It was brilliant. None of these issues, especially with controllers and stuff, modding, everything. But now on Steam, it's a pain in the butt. It's easy to update, but it's not my GPBikes anymore. It's Steam's GPBikes, and I hate that. I don't like being controlled by a major corporation like Steam. They piss me off. They've taken over everything, and they make it a pain in the arse to set a controller up like mine because it's not a gamepad. This monopolisation of gamepad companies is pissing me off. Right, so we've got everything off. Obviously, I can't do a reboot, and with VR, quite often it is best to reboot your PC. I can't do that because I'm streaming. So now what we want to do is open MetaLink again. I've got to close UEVR down. Now I have to take the link cable. Is this fucking headset is fucking me off. The way this strap comes out, it's so pathetic. You are getting super glued, you bastard. I'm gonna fucking stick a 6-inch nail through it. See how you like that, bitch. Right. So now we need to find... So I've got my G2 sitting here and all these different controllers. Right, so the power's in. Second, you connect the headset. Then you've got to go to the computer and plug it in. Where's my cable? There you are. Right, put that there. Stick this on devices so we can see when it connects. Right, I need to put screen 2, go on screen 1. That's better, so we've got screen 1 in front. Right, so we got that up. Meta. Now we open Steam. Right, so to be on the safe side, we're doing MotoGP first. Then I turn the headset on. Yeah. open up Meta first, then open Steam, turn the headset on, turn on your bugger. See, this is where I had a problem the first time, if you remember in the video. It went to a funny menu, which is really weird. But now it's gone straight in where it should do. Right. Controller. So, quick settings, link. Make sure air link's off, launch, confirm, okay, I'm there. Now, to make sure that it connects to Steam VR, you've got to go down to my menu bar and right click Steam and say Steam VR. For some reason it takes it from the top of the Steam window. I do not know why. Right, it's gone into Steam VR. So the headset's recognised. So once again, what we're doing like we were in virtual desktop. Before you try and play a game, do anything, open MetaLink or virtual desktop, then open Steam, then start the headset, link the two, and then simply go into Steam VR, make sure you've got communication, then shut down Steam VR, to turn it off, and go to your game, open UEVR, and now press play, and as soon as the splash screen comes up, you search for the game EXE in UEVR by pressing just above inject. Ooh, that was too early. Now you click OK, and I'm going to do yes. Then it brings up another screen on the main screen, and you just close that window off, and then go back to UEVR and click inject. I heard Steam sound. It goes meow, meow. It's like a cat. Meow. Right, this looks like this one's going to work. It says Steam 2.74. It looks like we're going in. So this is with a Steam cable. Oh my God, the smooth. I'm not, Jesus Christ, I am not shitting you. Coming from, I've got Wi-Fi 6, and I'm like 10 foot away from the router, but the difference between Wi-Fi and cable is night and freaking day. Oh my God, I need to be able to show people this in VR. Can you actually see? You can't right now, can you? Now I've got to get rid of that for you to see. Okay, so mouse. Right, this is where we also find out. I can't find my mouse. Where is it? Oh, there it is. Right, when I do that, I should get my mouse on the screen. There it is. Right. So I can still adjust MotoGP using the mouse, which is the problem we're having with Ride5. So I reckon that's why I need a reinstall. So we're learning a few things here. Oh, the smoothness and stabilisation. Ooh, what they got? They ain't got any Skittles. It's like, can you see that? Can you see the Skittles machine? I've got to turn it around. Oh, when you take it off my head, it stops, doesn't it? You donut, Alan. Oh no, what have I done? I've recentered it. Oh shit. I've done something wrong. I upset it by taking it off my head and then putting it down. So I'm going to take it off my head. What a donut. Now put it back on my head and hope it recenters. No, it didn't. Oh, almost. Oh, what a donut. Right. So it's standing height. So it's standing origin. Recenter. Okay, I'm back. So I'm centered again. Where I moved the helmet. What a donut. Right. So can you guys, I'm trying to keep my head on. Oh, you can actually see it. Oh, okay. If I exit. Yeah, once again, I can't see one single no smoking sign. Oh, I like that. That's handy, Harry. Talked about it. My bloody snout's gone out, isn't it? I think I'm near it. Right, so this is so smooth. There is absolutely zero stutter. It's smooth as butter. Zero stutter, smooth as butter. Oh, I like that saying. Right, so further ado, see what it's like in game. Got to do something. The lighting is
Good morning to all
brighter than it should be. This is bloody incredible.
Everyone's been waiting for. Just a few.
You see, where I was in virtual desktop, this was stuttering, and if I move my head, it stutter more. So I think that's settings, but this is so rock solid and crystal clear. I mean crystal. It's crystal. It's unbelievable.
The Martin has proved himself as the poleman.
Hate it, it always makes me start like that. What I normally do is I'll get on the bike and then I'll stop, get myself centered up. That's how I want it. Now I'll stop, and then what I'll do is I'll go restart race, and that should
The cameras take us to the
have me
starting
set
grid,
up.
where riders and engineers are discussing those final details.
I don't know why the game, or maybe someone knows how to bloody do it, but I don't.
Jorge Martin heads from Old.
See, now I'm in exactly the right view and the right space. This is so butter bloody smooth. It's incredible. watching the stuff go by, even though I'm slow, it's, in fact, slow should be stuttering more. You can see everything. And because it's so butter smooth, you see, I know the Malaysians got 3080, I've got a 4090, I've got a 3080 as well, but I'm running a 4090. But the 3080 with linked cable should be good. And if they're going to be at the MotoGP anyhow, and the Wi-Fi is shit and they don't have a Wi-Fi from their computer to their headset, it's not about the internet, it's about communication between the PC and the headset. Okay, so we're almost done, we just got one test to do. Maybe two, I might quickly do GPBikes, but that's without UEVR. But we're getting into a thing of testing, and right now, so MotoGP is stopped. We've got Steam, it's still saying VR's open, so I'm going to stop, exit VR, wait for Steam to come back. I mean, I could try Ride5. But I haven't done the edit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go properties. I'm going to copy this from Ride5. Close properties. Because Ride4 doesn't use anti-cheat, so I don't have to worry about doing the other bit. But what I need to do is my launch options, save that. I don't really have to start UEVR, but I'm going to do it out of practice to make sure. So now I'm going to press play. Because we want to see. Click no for once. Inject. See where we go. We're in Steam. That looks like it's going to go through. Right. Now we need to see if we can use the mouse. I put my mouse on it, I put it on the page. No, Ride's done it as well, Ride4's done it as well. Okay, so both the Ride games, when you click on the window to do the settings, it turns it off in the headset. Stop VR. So what I do is click any button. I can close that off. So it boils down to, if you want to use Ride, I've got to figure out what it is. I've got to get out of there. Yes, we want a quick game. Quit VR. Okay, we're learning a bit more. So, Ride5. UEVR. Where are we at? We're at there. So we click play. But it's when I put the mouse on the screen to try and alter the settings, which you've got to alter with the mouse, unless you can use the Oculus. I don't know if you can use, I don't know how to set up the Oculus controller so that the controller would act like the mouse in the game. There's got to be settings there somewhere. So I'm waiting for that to get in VR. Right, I've got my overlay. No, controller's not working. I'm pointing, I'm shooting the fucker. Right, that didn't work. So, it's off center, but that's because how it was the last time. So, see, we've gotten into VR as long as I don't use my mouse on the screen. Okay, so it's usable, but you can't use the mouse. But I was using it earlier today. So I don't know what's going on there. Right, well, I think you can basically see it works, virtual desktop and link cable. Link cable is 10 times better. But I don't know what the issue is with Ride5 and 4. I haven't tried Rims Racing or SBK. I mean, I've got Ride. I haven't tried Ride 3 in such a long. Oh, it's not installed. Pooh. Right. I'm not getting why Ride 5 worked earlier and is not working now. That's the thing. But I think you've seen the process of being able to use cable and virtual desktop, at least for MotoGP24 and Ride 5 and 4. It's just you can't use the mouse to adjust the settings. So I'm not sure about that. Now, I don't need UEVR for GPBikes. So I'm just going to see if it will throw me in. So what do I do? Oh, I forgot. Do I do Steam VR or Oculus VR? Because I want it to go through Steam VR. So we'll try that first. I heard it go wow, and Steam VR's opened. That looks like the VR window. It's off center on my system. I can center it, that's not a problem. Right, now it's got a weird warping sensation when you're sitting here in the pits. I don't think I can use my gamepad to try ride. I'm not sure. It should be a bit, but it's going to be really bad. Oh, detail in that. So you even got all the wiring and the lines Might be GPBikes, but when you think about it, right. I've got it on automatic because I'm in GPBikes and I don't have my gear shift, but we are definitely in VR. I can't use a gamepad because this is set up for my handlebars, so everything's well off. But no, we're definitely in VR here. So that works without any problems. You don't even need UEVR. So yeah, I have to use the keyboard to get rid of it. So yeah, GPBikes is really easy to get into. But you open it in Steam VR and not Oculus VR. Of course, I've got to get my Grand Theft Auto 5 working again with VR and motion. That was real fun. That was really fun. Right, so yeah, it's been a long video. But I don't know why I had those problems in the middle with the link cable. I think that's what set it off. I think my headset was in the middle of doing a bloody update, and so I've now got to search and see where it's got automatic updates. That is really not handy when you're trying to do a bloody live stream. So let me get rid of this quick. Where are we? Where's the freaking controller gone now? Come here, I'm going to have to tape this to me. Right, where is it? That one there. Disable, yeah, disable. Bugger off. All of you, bugger off. My G2 is just so much easier to use. I mean, it's far, far easier to use. God, I'm hot and sweaty. Oh, dang it. Oh, fuck me. I'm now on 16 hours. I've been up. Well, I booted my computer at 5 to 5 this morning, but the text started at 4:30. So I've been like awake 4:30. I got down as quick as I could, stuck the kettle on, booted the computer. 5 to 5, she lit up. So yeah, I've been going since 5 o'clock this morning. And it's now 9 o'clock at night. I am knackered. Right, well, I hope somehow I'm going to make a better video. I've got to get something out so that there's a tutorial on the procedure. And at the start of the video, it does state how to actually set up Ride5 and MotoGP24, because they got that anti-cheat. That's really important. You need that. No one does anything about it. So anyhow, people, thank you for watching. And yeah, Ahmed, you need to watch this, but not all of it. I'll tell you in WhatsApp. Anyhow, thank you, people. Where's the button for stop streaming? It's there. Bye-bye.